So it's just been one of those weeks, hasn't it? Do you want to talk about it? Sometimes, life can be sort of a bitch. I mean, I know it as well as you. Sometimes, you just gotta look outside. It's nice this part of the year. For the most part. It's kind of the end of hurricane season and all, but it's nice outside. If not for just a couple of weeks. It's a shame to let that slip by, Inside, working, sleeping, that sort of thing. No, you don't want to let it all get past you. You just gotta make sure and stop and think. Sometimes that's all it takes. Just take a step back from everything. Doesn't have to be something so introspective that you're thinking about your entire life. The could have been whatever. Just think about what you're doing right now. Just look at where you are. Just take it in. Just look outside. Just notice the pictures you have hanging on your own wall for once. I've had this coffee cup for years. I don't think I've ever really looked at it. It's the damnedest thing. What with the way we're bombarded with advertisements, flashing lights and pretty colors. Sometimes it's hard to make anything really look real, But there is a lot out there that's real. And sometimes you've got to make an effort to look for it. Because there's layers and layers of facade. But it's there, and it's worth it. You know, there's always that glass half full, glass half empty thing that they use, kind of metaphor, just sort of an idiom that people say. But I've never really thought that that was a good way of evaluating whether or not a person is a pessimist or an optimist. Because more often than not, my cup is empty. Or got a faucet full of water, coffee maker full of coffee, soda, bags of tea, really whatever I would want is at most right around the corner and a couple dollars away. So it's not about appreciating what's left in the cup. Because if it's half full, it's half empty too. I don't think that pessimistic people enjoyed the first half any more than the second half. And I don't think that optimistic people do the opposite. But either way, isn't it about finding a way to appreciate whatever you have? Whether it's in abundance or not. And I got to thinking about it because you were talking about free stuff. You know, some people say like, what's my favorite kind of beer? Well, I love free beer, cheap beer, whatever. As if to say, you know, free food is better. Tastes better anyway. You know, the samples in the mall are that much better than if you ever bought that product and made it for yourself as a meal. It seems like these days, you know, everything's just a sample at the mall. Until it becomes, you know, everyday life. There's no reason you couldn't buy what they're serving there for $3.99, but it doesn't seem appetizing usually. just never really made a lot of sense to me. Although, I admit, I feel the same way. Just, like I said, the key is just taking a step back. Stop what you're doing, relax a little bit. Take a couple of, deep breaths. Just wash away the panic. Get rid of all the tense feelings. A lot of time it's just that easy. Your body's just waiting for you to kind of cleanse itself. And all it takes is a little bit of redirecting your attention. Just a couple of seconds. It's kind of like a reset button. I'd recommend trying meditation. Just a little bit of that can do wonders for just renewing and refreshing you in the middle of the day, or in the morning, or at night. Whenever you just feel most overwhelmed or uninspired, or just your mind is unfocused and feverish. A few minutes of meditation can get you right back into a good headspace. You see some people, they're just always seem like they're happy, peppy, always have energy, always moving on to the next thing. You gotta wonder, what's the key to that? And I don't profess to know the answer to that question, but it seems like focus is a big part. Control. Somehow, for the most part, these kinds of people seem to be pretty good at keeping themselves from being overwhelmed And it's easy to get overwhelmed these days. In this world, like I said, back to the flashing lights and everything. It's sensory overload all the time. Everything you see, every little gimmicky advertisement or TV commercial, video games, it's all meant to sap your dopamine, one bit at a time. And it's a weird ride sometimes, living these days. It's not without its benefits. There's a whole world at our fingertips, just as much, more so than there ever was. You just gotta go out there and grab it. And I know you're an interesting, passionate person. I know there's things that you want to see and learn about, and create. You just gotta figure out, what's the best way to do it. There's a way for everyone. I think that's certainly true. It's been very evident to me. It usually starts with something very simple. It's not that hard to find if you know where to look. It just has to start sometimes with a step back, a deep breath, or just taking a break from the daily thing. Just find some time, give yourself that. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like you're wasting time. With a clear head, it really doesn't take that long to do anything. I know from experience.